Hello everyone. In this video clip today, I'm going to cover two sections, 3.1 and 3.2. It's all about radians measures. Okay. So actually, what we learned before was how to measure an angle in a circle. We use degree. And today we're going to introduce you another system to measure angle of circle called radian. As you recall, the whole circle is measured as 360 degrees. In terms of radian, it's 2 pi radian. RAD stands for radian, and that little circle on top, degree. Okay, that's the unit notation for it. And as you know, pi is 3.14159. So in terms of radian, the whole circle is 2 pi. It's about 6.2 8 something. All right, it's the whole circle. So if you have a half circle, it means 180 degrees, and of course half of 2 pi is just 1 pi, right? And similarly, 90 degrees is pi over 2, of course, radians. Okay, same thing if you have, say, 60 degrees. 60 degrees is 1/3 of pi, so it's going to be pi over 3. Okay, 30 degrees is pi over 6. So if you work with degree, you have something like sine of 60 degrees. Okay, and in terms of radian, you're going to write that sine of 60 degrees is pi over 3. And be careful when you guys look at your calculator, because you have to check to see if your calculator is preset as degree or radian. If you plug in degree but the calculator is set as radian, then you won't get the right answer. So make sure that you have the right setting for your calculator before you plug in an angle for your trig functions. Okay? Or you have another one at 45 degrees is pi over 4. Of course, this is radian. Those are the basic angles. All right. So we're dealing with radians. You don't have like a minute and second like degree anymore. So all you have is a number, really a decimal number. Okay. So any angle can be represented as some pi or some radians. Okay. So you see, let's see. You have an angle of sine, say, 720 degrees. I'm just using sine, but same idea, same way work for cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant, all right? Same thing. This is what? Twice of 360, right? So this is the same thing as sine of 4 pi, okay? And of course, it works the same way for negative number. If you got, say, sine of negative 45 degrees, it is the same thing as sine of negative pi over 4. So pretty much that is for the first section. They're trying to introduce you another system of measuring an angle. It's called radian instead of degree. And I claim to you that people prefer radian in science a lot more than degree. But every day we talk, we use degree more. So we learn both. Okay. Now let's recall some formula that you guys seen before. Thinking of radian in terms of radian, this may be helpful for you guys to understand the material a little bit more. We call the circumference of a circle. C is 2 pi r, right? Circumference is what? The arc length of the entire circle. Center is right here, r is a radius, and you take 2 pi times the radius r, you have the arc length of the entire circle. It's called circumference. Okay? So what if I want to calculate, right here, the arc length of that little piece only from here to here? That's called little s. How long is that curve right here? If I know the angle theta. So for the angle of 2 pi, the circumference is 2 pi r. Okay? So for the angle of 1 pi, because 1 pi means what? A half of circle. The circumference is going to be half of it, which is just 2 pi r over 2, which is just pi r. So you see what? Whenever you have an angle, you multiply by r, you have the arc length of that. So if I got in general an angle theta, then this arc length of that much, that curve is gonna be theta times r. Okay, and it depends on the length of r, depends on the unit of r. You're gonna have the arc length, the measurement of arc length. Could be in inches, could be in feet, it could be in meters, in kilometers, whatever. Okay. Similarly, now let's talk about the area. The area, okay, right in here. The area for the entire dish right here. And as you all know, this area is equal to pi r squared, right? Now we're going to figure out the area for that little piece of slide, just one slide. And we're going to derive the formula the same way for the entire circle. The angle is 2 pi, the area is pi r squared. Look at the angle, this is 2 pi, it's just pi, right? So half a circle, the angle is 1 pi. By the way, 1 pi is 180 degrees. So half of circle, the area for the half of the disc is going to be pi r squared over 2. Let me write this way. So pi over 2 r squared. So the corresponding angles between the two formulas, well, this is pi over 2. So in general, if you have an angle theta, which is that much, okay, the area for this piece of slice right here is going to be theta over 2 r squared. And of course, depends on the length of the radius r. You may have a bigger or smaller area for the slice. Okay. And this is pretty much for the first two sections of chapter 3, 3.1 and 3.2. Just try to introduce you a new system called radians and some basic formulas that you guys know already. So hopefully that will be good enough for you guys to start exercises on 3.1 and 3.2. And as usual, please ask questions if you have any. Thank you, guys.